Hey everyone, my name is Mig, and this is a new YouTube series I'm gonna do. It's called I Play Your Indie Games. And these are mostly indie games that get shared or find on game jams. They're really good. And usually they're all gonna be web browser games that I get on itch.io. So on to the first game. So just a free brief introduction to this game. This is The Last of Us, the NES version. And I actually did like the first Last of Us on the actual PlayStation. This NES version is pretty good. So first for a quick summary of how the game plays, and then I'll go into a review. The game is actually just a simple, 2D platformer game. You shoot with J and K with jump. You can only shoot where you're pointing at. So if you're pointing to the left, you shoot left, or if you're pointing to the right, you shoot right. Um, you play as Joel, and you have 3 lives. So that's the only thing I guess. 3 lives is I'm not too fan of, but it's okay. You consist of enemies either coming at you or they're shooting at you. Uh, their shooting at you games are pretty tough. I mean they do take your life out. It was fun playing around. You can jump. You have boxes to go over, certain obstacles. And the idea is just kind of to go and play the story as you're playing as Joel. Okay. So now at the review. So the game is pretty cool. I like it. I love the graphics. Great, awesome pixel art. The only thing I wish would have done, was if they were a little bit harder in a way of sense of maybe the enemies can hide. As the first stage where the enemies are shooting at you, it'd be nice, kind of like a Contra version where they can actually hide in. Like the first, if you guys ever played Super Contra, you have the enemy that kind of hides and they're kind of impenetrable. You can't shoot at them. And then they come out and then they kind of have a delay and then they shoot at you. That actually would have been a cool idea. Another thing I guess I'm not too fan of is the lives. But I mean, it would be nice if you can have like a power up where you can kind of replenish your life. That would be good. Overall, it was a really cool game. I enjoyed everything. All the action, all the story was great, and it had pretty good comedy too from the dialogue from what I saw with you and Joe and Ellie. Um, Check it out, definitely. It's a good game. Give it for sure a 10 out of 10. Nice game. Just a few maybe, a few things that you can adjust, but awesome game. Nicely done. All right, and the second game that I'm gonna play is called Rollback. And this was for the LM0B Beginners Game Jam 19 by R3 Games. And actually, this is a simple, another 2D type of platformer type of game. Except the difference is you're just a simple square, right? You're not anything advanced. You're no advanced sprite, but it's like actual puzzle game where you kind of have to think where you're gonna move your box, what you need to do, how you're gonna reset, and it plays well. It shows you that you don't need any fancy graphics or anything to make a cool game. What's great about this is R3 Games did a good job on the shading of the lighting. That I really liked on how he did it, how it came out perfect. And yeah, and it has 3 simple levels that are actually pretty challenging. They weren't that easy, right? You had to kind of figure out how to solve them, and there were some tough puzzles in there that I kind of was stuck on, but I was able to figure out. And now for the review of the game. It I love that it had simple graphics. One thing I guess that I would have liked, I guess, if it had a little bit more longer levels, that would have been great. I know the constraints for these game jams, for 7 days or is it a week game jams, it's usually not enough to have more levels, but it was enough, to add a little bit more of a challenge, like maybe more spikes, what type of, make it a little bit harder. It would be nice. The sound, the music was a little bit high, so it would have been nice if you had like a type of volume control. That would have been cool. That's like I always say, it's always useful to have something like that, some sort of controls. I like the shading, but the colors sometimes were from the background were a little bit hard on the eyes. Like usually the background kind of did match a little bit the player, so I guess, I mean, if you kind of have a tough times trying to see, it probably would have been hard to see a little bit the player because the red kind of matches with the background of the orange. But besides that, it was awesome game. I mean, the graphics were simple yet very, practical and it made the game come to life. So definitely another 10 out of 10 game that I really enjoyed playing. Great job. The next game I played is for a 60-minute game jam, and I thought, wow, 60 minutes, that's pretty quick. But this game did it. Pop Fizz. This is a really quick game jam. I'm not sure how you did it so fast, but bravo. It's a simple. All you do is just pop the bubbles. Any bubbles that get away, you lose. Amazing, a really amazing job with the graphics and everything, and just doing it in 60 minutes. Great job. I don't know. I actually would kind of want to try it myself one day. I don't know how far I would get, but yeah, this is kind of what it's pretty above and beyond already going for 60 minutes. So really well done for this game. I don't think I can say much. 60 minutes is really, really a tough constraint. It's amazing. Good job. And the final game I played is called Flash Flood. And this was a submission for the low effort jam. And this was done by Super Dan. And this is a cool, another simple square type of game. And the idea is, avoid the flash flood, right? If you get hit, or you get hit by the flood, then it's game over. You have to restart over. Red squares are bad, green squares are good for extra points. And then you have to jump into all to the green squares. Simple game, really fun to play. You know, kind of has a disappearing blocks that come in and out. I made it actually all the way to the top, but I couldn't go up from there. So that was pretty good. I liked it. And also, of course, the awesome sounds and music. The sounds were custom made, so that was really cool. And here's a quick playthrough of this game.
Boing, ding, boing, 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 ding, boing, boing. Oh, let's go.
And those were the indie games I enjoyed playing. If you guys want to see me more of this series, let me know. Or if you want me to test out your game, definitely let me know. I can make some recommendations. Like I said, I've been doing Unity for a long time, and I'm a better when it comes to game jams. Okay, see you all next time. Appreciate it.